This video is the first in a series of videos that is going to talk to you about chemical sciences, how we teach it in school and how that can be modified to do some activities at home. This video is going to start focusing on the beginning area of the curriculum, which is how we use the senses to introduce concepts of materials and how we can describe and interact with materials around us. So obviously the five senses: taste, touch, smell, sight, listen. We kind of do activities focused on each of them individually and then collectively, and we basically do play-based learning to expose students to the language around those five senses. The idea behind that is that they then have the language to describe how objects feel, how they can manipulate them and how they can be used. So examples of what we do. For touch, for example, we will have a series of little mystery bags. You don't have to do it as fancy at home, obviously. And in there, there'll be different materials. You might have sand, you might have rocks, you might have sticks, you might have cotton wool, anything that's got a particularly strong ability to be used for a texture description. So the idea is that you have the student, you can do it a couple of ways. Sometimes we do it with a blindfold, so they put a blindfold on, they put the hand in the bag and they have to guess what they think it is and then say what it feels like. Or if your child isn't as comfortable wearing a blindfold, they can just put their hand in, have a look and have a feel. To help them describe, in class we use the pod book. So we use the description feels like page of the pod, which will be up there. And we use the words on there to help generate and kind of consolidate their understanding of those terms. Obviously some of our students don't know what hard, soft, wet, dry, sticky mean yet. So we expose them, we let them touch the materials and then we describe it to them. There's a couple of really good boards available online through Boardmaker. There's a link to the Boardmaker free trial in the notes of the video. You can make boards on there or even just download ones that are already made that are designed to support you with that. If your child has an AAC device, they'll probably have a similar description page on there that has that content too. Other things we do for taste, you can do taste testing. So just get a range of different foods. Again, blindfolded if your student's comfortable and you want them to have a bit of fun with it, or not blindfolded, and have them taste it. It can be as simple as, do they like it? Is it a nice taste or a yucky taste? Again, those descriptors are in the pod book or the AAC device, or can be found on Boardmaker. But you can expand that. You can use the language of taste. Is it salty? Is it sour? Is it sweet? Is it bland? Is it minty? Is it yummy? You know, all those different words, spicy. And we're again drowning them in that language and just immersing them in it so that it becomes part of their regular vocabulary, and we support them with visual aids. For sense of smell, you can be holding up, we get little cotton balls and we put them in boxes and we use different scents on them. Vanilla essence, mint essence, lemon essence, perfume. And you have the students, you have your child smell it and describe what they think it might smell like and what the smell makes them think of, what kind of words they would want to use to describe it, and we support them again by immersing them in the language if they're not there yet with it themselves. It's really, the senses stuff is all about language. We want to be teaching them how to have that bank of words to describe things. The reason for that is where you go from here is you're going to learn about different materials. So in the curriculum at pre-primary and then towards year one, what we're looking at is how do materials feel? How can we describe them? How can we categorize them? How can they be manipulated and moved? Can they be moved and then go back to their normal form? So, you know, Play-Doh, you can rip into pieces and put it back into one big lump. A stick, you snap it, you can't really put it back together. They're the kind of things that we're looking at. The key thing though is the language. So support your child by just immersing them in language as much as you can, giving them lots of hands-on opportunities. Really easy to do at home. You can do it in the garden, you can do it with things from the kitchen. And the key thing is to make it enjoyable, and then the language will come hopefully over time.